Hello humans, it's just Martine and welcome to the first days of class. I'm going to be filming my first 2 days for you because that's when the majority of my classes land on. So if I just did a first day of class, I'd only have 2 classes to show you. It wouldn't be quite as interesting, but also you'll get to see some of the ways in which I do work as a president of an organization on my campus and balance YouTube and all stuff like that. This morning, I got up, I got dressed, I made my bed, I brushed my teeth and did my skincare, took my medicine, did my Duolingo for the day, read the Bible, and planned out my day. And now we're here and I'm ready to get cracking on my to-do list. First, I think what I'm going to do is go and look at my comments for a bit because some comments have rolled in recently. And then I'll get down to like the small tasks on my list that I feel like crossing off, like scheduling therapy and petitioning to graduate since it's my first day of senior year. Sorry, I forgot to mention, I'm a senior studying forensic psychology. So just generally, I'm going to work on my to-do list and stuff and have some breakfast before I have class at 11. My class at 11 is forensic clinical psychology. So it's 9:20 a.m. and I've just been doing admin things left and right and left and right. I would do something and then it'd be like, okay, I think that's it. And then my brain would go off in a different direction and stuff. So I just sat here and did that, mainly club stuff, but also things like petitioning to graduate and setting up my next therapy appointment and all this stuff like that. So I've made a good dent so far on my to-do list. I'm like halfway there with the tasks. So now I'm going to sit here for a while and do some compliance training that all the students at my school have to do. That's what's next. It's 10 a.m. and I have to leave for class in like 35 minutes. So I'm going to sit here and read a bit while I'm waiting and then I'll be off. Leaving my first class now. It was good. I'll tell you more about it later. It is almost 1:30 p.m. and I just got back to my dorm room, so let me catch you up to speed. So basically, I had my first class, forensic clinical psychology, and we mainly went over the syllabus and then talked about the big projects in the class, because one thing, luckily, that I already knew going into this class that the professor of this particular class does with all her classes is that she front loads them. So whereas in other classes you go through the normal semester and then you have a bunch of projects and papers stacked on top of each other in the end, all of her assignments are due in like the first half of the class, pretty much, like the big time consuming ones, which I was scared of and I'm still scared of, because you always kind of want to start a semester slow and you don't automatically want to be stressed about huge deadlines. But at the same time, I'm glad, because with how few classes I'm taking, if one of them front loads and like 1 or 2 of them does the regular style, then it's just going to be a very even semester, which is a lot easier to balance. So I'm hoping it's going to work well. And I have to wake up tomorrow just a few minutes before 8. My alarm goes off at 8, but at 8 a.m. she's posting the topic selection sheet for a class, and that's going to be our topic for like our presentation, our paper. We're gonna have to spend a lot of time in like previous Supreme Court cases and state laws about our topic. So you kind of want to get a good one. So there are a couple that I have my eye on and I want to make sure I'm awake early enough tomorrow to snag one of those. So here's hoping. But there are only a couple that I'd really not like to do. So on the whole, it shouldn't be too big of a deal. And then I went and I grabbed lunch. The dining hall was like insane, but it was even more insane on the way out. I don't know what class just let out, but like everybody was getting there 1 p.m. for some reason. There was a line literally out the door, which doesn't happen at our dining hall, and especially didn't happen this past year when we had COVID, because capacity, like on campus, we had like maybe half the students that were there before, maybe less. Like most people were doing it remotely from home. And so the dining hall was like always kind of dead. But today, especially considering the fact that like professors and staff are not currently allowed in the dining hall because of COVID, the amount of people that were there was just crazy. So we got out of there as soon as we could, and then I went to shipping and receiving because it's on the same side of campus, and I got 2 packages, one of which I just hit my reflex on my knee. I think this is the textbook for the class that I had this morning. Yeah, these are my 2 books for that. Amazon Rentals is like the rental place to go for me. This is pretty thin, very floppy. I like it. And then this is the book that was actually nowhere on the syllabus, but it showed up in a like required reading on the list that they gave us before class, but it wasn't on the syllabus. But I only spent like $10 on it, and it's by Robert Hare, who's he like created the test that determines levels of psychopathy in people. So anyway, I thought it would be an interesting read regardless. So I just picked it up. And then I got the funniest package because something had gone weird when I like placed this order on Amazon like yesterday. And it was like, do you want this in Amazon packaging? And I was like, I've never seen that question before. I was like, I don't care, it can come in the original packaging. And by that, they meant just straight up, they were gonna send me this box of color catchers and stick a mailing address on it. That was all they meant. So I did get color catchers because I had some packed away over the summer, and then when I went to open them several days ago to do laundry at different points, I was like, oh, I only have like 3 color catchers in here. So I decided to order more, and now I have 72, and they're gonna last me a very, very long while, because I think I used like 1 regular size box last year, and I still have like 3 left over. So hopefully this will be plenty for the year. It was like $10 on Amazon. It was a really good deal, but it just made me giggle that it was like, you just sent this box and you stuck a label on it. So that's pretty fun. I also got the news that my meeting that was supposed to be this afternoon is changed to tomorrow at a different time and with a totally different person. So that's fun. Really, all that happened is it was canceled, and I was like, no. So I set up a different meeting with someone else. All that to say that today has been kind of hectic so far since leaving for class. This morning I had like plenty of time and things were going slow, but then I had craziness for a while, and now I don't have class until 3:30. I'm going to try to organize my life a little, put my new color catchers away and textbooks and stuff. I might do textbook reading for my class that's later this afternoon, or I'll do regular reading. Either way, I also want to like upload my clips so far. And it might rain this afternoon, which would suck if I have to walk to class in the rain, but it's typical Florida weather, so. It's just past 3 o'clock, so I'm gonna head to my 3:30 class. Read like 3/4 of the chapter of my social psychology textbook that I was planning on reading, so that's good. And that means it's time to head to social psychology, and hopefully I'll finish that chapter later, but yeah. It's almost 5:30. I got out of my second class of the day. I grabbed a quick bite to eat at dinner. I grabbed some free ice cream that's now in my freezer from an event on campus. And now hopefully I'm going to sit down and finish reading that chapter I started earlier, so back to it. It's 7:36 and I've just been reading for quite a while. Now I'm probably going to watch a few YouTube videos before I get back to reading. But when I get back to reading, I'll be reading in bed so that I can tire myself out to fall asleep. So this will be my last update for tonight, but I'll see you in the morning. The easiest way to get college students to wake up early is to be in a class where you have topic selections for certain projects. That's your topic for like everything in the class. It's first come, first serve at 8 a.m. It's just past 8. I woke up at 7:45. I had trouble getting out of bed until I had the world's worst Charlie horse in my leg. That helped a lot. I do have a headache. I wake up with those sometimes, so that's unfortunate because it will probably be here all day. But I got my topic for the rest of the semester in this specific class. I'll be doing research on laws about juvenile courts. Woohoo! Now my brain needs to boot up. Okay, I need to continue working through my regular morning routine. I got up, I got dressed, make my bed and stuff. I'm just trying to tell my brain what to do now because it's not on yet. We have an organization fair on Thursday. Some other people in my club are going to because it's at the same time as our general meeting. So I made this vanilla folder with like all the papers that they need, and then I'm providing some antibacterial wipes and the pen so that they can wipe the pen. So I'm gonna go drop that off in our organization office for them to pick up. It's just past 9. I have my workstation set up and I'm going to work on a discussion post. First step, I'm gonna turn on some ambient sounds on YouTube. So let's go. It's almost 9:30. My discussion post is written, so that's exciting. And ironically, it was about motivation. So, and I was the first one who posted, which is always a weird but good feeling. So I feel on top of things, and now I think I'm going to read until I have to leave for class. Just kidding. I think I'm actually going to go get a little bit of breakfast and then come back and read because I'm hungry. And I'm usually not hungry in the morning, so taking advantage of it. All right, it's like 10 minutes later and I picked up my cinnamon sugar bagel toasted with butter. It may not be nutritious, but it sure is delicious, so. It's just past 1:30. This morning, the class that I had was juvenile delinquency, which is an elective course that I've been wanting to take for some time now, so that's exciting. And then I grabbed a quick lunch, and then I had a meeting with my thesis chair advisor to talk about my undergraduate thesis, since we didn't work on it this summer. And now that I have some time before my meeting regarding the organization that I'm president of, I'm going to sit here and reread my last draft of like half of my proposal. So A, I can remember what the previous studies have like already said, and B, so like I can cringe at my own writing. I don't know. It's 2:19, like 10 minutes ago, I switched to relaxing until my meeting because I got where I wanted to on my thesis for the day. And I think one of the things I'm working on is like trying to find a good balance of like pushing myself in the beginning of the semester to get ahead on things and not being unreasonable with myself. Like, as much as I don't want to work during evening hours, or I want to minimize the amount of homework that I have to do on weekends, that doesn't mean that I have to be working like every minute of the day. So I'm just watching some YouTube because, yeah, that's fine. Take breaks. Take as many breaks as you need, especially if like there's nothing urgent. If there's nothing urgent, why are you freaking out about taking a break? That's what I ask myself every day. And yet my meeting went really well, and then I did some admin things for my club and relaxed a little. And now I heard that there's supposed to be free food trucks today, so I'm gonna see if I can snag some dinner. The heat is like insane outside right now, so I got my food, which you saw, and then I ate like half of it, and then I brought the rest back to my room for leftovers because I needed to get out of that heat. And now I'm going to cool down for as long as it takes to cool down before I take my shower. I could just take a cold shower, but I don't want to. So it's almost 6 o'clock. I've been relaxing, I showered and all that stuff. So to save you the pain from watching anything uninteresting happen, I'm just going to end the vlog here. So if you liked it, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up and comment down below. If you're going back to school, did you already start? How's it going? If you're not going back to school, what's your favorite part of back to school season in general? And subscribe for more reading, writing, and college lifestyle content. And until next time, bye humans, bye!